Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated everyday makeup routine. I feel like I haven't filmed one of these videos in so long, so I'm so excited to be showing you guys my updated makeup routine because I've added so many new products into my routine, and some of them are pretty new that I got from the Sephora sale. So a lot of new and exciting products. But before we get into the makeup routine, I wanted to thank Louisa for partnering with me on today's video. I've been obsessed with their jewelry pieces for so long. I probably wear at least one of their pieces every single day. Louisa's jewelry is just such a high quality, and I feel like it's at a really good affordable price point, because I feel like there's some jewelry companies that are just like way too expensive and you're not even getting that good of quality. But Louisa is such high quality. You can get their pieces at such an affordable price, which is amazing. And I think the pieces that I picked out this time are probably some of my favorite jewelry pieces that I own. And I kind of picked out like a little bit of everything. I picked out a bracelet, 2 pairs of earrings, and a necklace, and I'm so excited to show them all to you guys. But first I wanted to show you guys the little packaging that it comes in. So each piece of jewelry comes in like a little pouch, and these are so nice because they're magnetic and they're nice and deep, so you won't have to worry about like losing your jewelry or anything. But these are really nice, especially for traveling, because you can just throw your jewelry pieces in here and then just keep them in your bag, and then you know that they'll be safe. So I just love how all of their jewelry comes in these little pouches, and then it says Ana Luisa on the front, which is so cute. And of course, all of their products and packaging and everything is carbon neutral. So I just love that they're sustainable, because I feel like that's just so important. But I'm going to show you guys all of the pieces that I got. So I'm actually wearing a couple of them right now. The first one is this necklace, and I'm going to do like close-ups of each piece of jewelry that I got so you can see everything in like full detail. But I'm obsessed with this little pendant necklace. It has a Scorpio on it, which I love. That's my zodiac sign, and I've been looking for like a pendant necklace like this for so long, because styles like this are just really pretty and cute to layer with other necklaces. And I also like this one specifically because there's like 3 different lengths that you can change it to. And I know like most necklaces, they have like the little clasp where you can change it to shorter, but this one I feel like you can either get it like really short, or you can get it kind of long. So I have it on the middle one because I didn't want it super long, but I didn't want it super short. So that's where this one falls, and I think it falls at like the perfect length on my chest. So yeah, that's the first necklace. I've literally been wearing it every single day since I've gotten it. I just love it so much, and I've gotten so many compliments on it already. And then the next thing are these little earrings that I'm wearing right now. And these are literally the prettiest earrings that I own. They're so pretty. And what I love about these ones is that they're not too heavy, because I feel like you would think that they're like pretty heavy and weigh down your ears just because of like how high quality they look. Because some like really high quality jewelry, it's just like super heavy, and these ones are just perfect. They have like some weight to them, but they don't like weigh down your ears where they're uncomfortable. I can wear these all day long and they won't make my ears irritated or anything. And I also like these ones to layer with like other earrings too, and put like a smaller little earring in my second hole. And then the next piece that I got is this super pretty, really dainty gold bracelet. It's just like a little gold chain, and I've been looking everywhere for something like this because I'm not someone to like wear bracelets all the time, but I love the look of just like a dainty gold bracelet. Like I would love to wear bracelets all day long, but they kind of just get in my way. So that's why I've been looking for something like this. So when I saw this on their website, I was like, I definitely have to get this. And I just love the fit of it. I don't have it on my wrist right now just because I wanted to show you guys what it looks like and what the chain looks like. And the length of this chain is so perfect. It fits on my wrist literally perfectly, and I just think this is so pretty. I think this one would be a really good gift to give someone. I mean, any of these pieces that I'm showing you guys would be really good gifts, but I think this one specifically would be a really good gift because I feel like anyone would love just a dainty gold chain bracelet, and I feel like a lot of people would like this since it's so simple. So if you're looking for a last minute gift to give someone, I would definitely check this out because it's just so pretty. I just keep looking at my necklace on the camera in the viewfinder and it's just so pretty. I just love how it looks, and all of their jewelry is just so shiny. I don't know how they get their jewelry to be like this shiny and this pretty. I just don't know how they do it. But the last piece of jewelry that I picked out are these little huggy earrings. They're kind of hard to show, but they're just little huggies, and these you could wear in your first or second or third. Like I feel like you could wear these in multiple different parts of your ears. I just wear these in my first hole, and I think they look so cute layered with like a little stud or something. And these have been my like everyday go-to earrings, and I just love how these ones look with your hair pulled back like how mine is now. I put these ones in just because I like more of like a little bit of a bigger hoop when I have my hair pulled back, but if I wasn't wearing these ones that I have in right now, I would definitely be wearing these little huggies because they're just so cute, and I feel like you can see them really well when they're on your ears too. I know that like kind of sounds weird, but I feel like sometimes earrings, they kind of get like lost and you can't really see them that well, but since they have that little bit of sparkle to them, they just look so pretty. And I'll make sure to link the exact pieces that I got down below in the description box just in case you want to check any of them out. But make sure you also check out like the rest of the things that they have on their website because they have so many different options, and they have silver options too, so they don't just have gold, and then you can get like engraved options, and there's just like a ton of different things that you can get. And you can also use my code SavannahB20 to get 20% off, which is such a good deal. Their pieces are already at a affordable price, so to get the 20% off is just even better. So I'll have all of that information down below in the description box just in case you forget. But yeah, Savannah B20 will get you 20% off your entire order. So thank you so much to Ana Luisa for partnering with me on today's video. Okay, so now if you guys want to see my everyday makeup routine, then just keep watching. And I'm also wearing my big Pottery Barn robe, so that's what this is. I just love wearing this when I'm getting ready. It's just so comfy and cozy. I just love this thing so much. So yeah, if you guys want to see my everyday makeup routine, then just keep watching. So I just did all of my skincare, and then the last step that I went in with was the Say Glowy Super Gel, and this is in like the lighter version, and this is just a really nice base before makeup. And sometimes I will even mix this in with my moisturizer if I want to do like a no makeup look. But if I'm going to be wearing a foundation and kind of doing like more of a full face, then I like to put this on its own, and it just adds like a really pretty base before makeup. So yeah, my skin is nice and glowy. And for foundation, I've really been liking this Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Longwear foundation. I used to use this a couple years ago, and then for some reason I just quit using it, but I recently have been wearing this so much because I feel like it just gives like a really pretty tint to my skin. And I honestly even like wearing this when I'm doing more of like a full face because you can kind of build it up. And then if I do want more of like a full coverage look, I'll just add like a little bit more of a full coverage concealer, and then kind of like gives me that extra coverage. But this is just a really pretty foundation, and I think I also like this too because the shade just matches me perfectly. This is in the shade 2C3, and you definitely have to like shake it up a little bit before you use it, or else it can kind of get like a little bit watery. So just like shake it up really well. And this is like a very liquidy formula. So what I do, and I have a mirror like right behind my camera, so I'm gonna be looking this way, but see, it's like super liquidy. It kind of just drips down my face. So I start with just my cheeks first. I don't do my forehead yet. And then I just take like, you can do any kind of brush, and then I just like stipple it around my face. Like you can already tell, it just really evens out my skin tone. And you could honestly probably get away with using more of a darker foundation if you wanted more color to your face, because since it is so sheer. But I feel like this is a pretty good color for me. I definitely couldn't use this in the summertime. It would be too light, but this is a really good winter shade for me. So I kind of just like drag it all over my face, and then once I kind of have it everywhere, then I'll take my brush and just like press it into my skin to make sure it's like fully absorbed everywhere. And I always just make sure I get like under my jawline. I usually never really bring my foundation onto my neck, especially in the winter time, because I'm usually wearing like a sweatshirt or a jacket or something that covers my neck, but I always want to make sure I bring it just like under my jawline a little bit. So then once I have it blended out on my cheeks, then I'll go back in and I'll put it on my forehead. I don't like to put it all over my face right away because I don't want it to drip, because it kind of drips pretty quickly. So it blends out very nicely and just like very quickly. And then if you want to, you can always go back in and just like add more to the places you want more coverage. Okay, so now we have a nice even base, and then now I always go in with cream contour, and recently I've been liking the Patrick Ta one. I got this during the Sephora sale because this is like a little bit pricey, but I feel like it's worth it because you get a contour and a bronzer shade. I also really like the Makeup by Mario one, but I like this one for more of a contour shade just because it's more of a like cooler color. The Makeup by Mario one's a little bit warmer, which I like. So it honestly just depends how I'm feeling that day. I just switch back and forth between the two, but I just take a little brush and I kind of just go in with a little bit at first because I feel like you can kind of get a heavy hand with this product. So I just take a little bit and then I just start like very lightly tapping it into my cheekbones, because you can always add more, but it can be hard to like make it less visible. So I always just start with a little bit at first, and then I just take a little bit and put it on my forehead. I don't like to contour my forehead too much, but I like to add just a little bit of color up there. And I just take whatever is left over on my brush and run it down the sides of my nose. I never like add a ton of product on my nose. Okay, so the cream contour is all blended out, and then now I go in with concealer. I used to do concealer and then contour, but recently I've been doing contour and then concealer. I don't really know why. I've just been kind of switching it up, but I just put this in like all of the normal concealer places, and then I put it underneath my contour just to like kind of clean up everywhere. So I put a little bit down the bridge of my nose like that, and then right in the center of my forehead, my chin. And I never like to put too much right here. I just put like what's ever left over on my brush. And then I always blend my concealer out with a damp beauty blender. I sometimes use a brush, but I feel like I just always go back to a beauty blender. I feel like it just makes it look like super seamless and natural. So once it's blended out under my eyes, then I always just bring it on my eyelid a little bit. And I forgot, I didn't even say which concealer this was. This is the NARS Radiant Concealer. I'm pretty sure that's what, yeah. Radiant Creamy Concealer, and then this is in the shade Vanilla. This is kind of like a light shade. I wouldn't use this if I had a tan or anything. So for the last cream product, I go in with cream blush, and this is the Say Dew blush in the shade Chili. This is a super pretty color, especially for the winter time, because it's like a super like deep purpley plum color, and this is also really pigmented just like the Rare Beauty one, so you want to be careful with how much you put on. I also like the Rare Beauty one in the shade Happy. I like that one more for the summertime, I feel like, though. So I just put it on like that on the high points of my face. And recently I've been blending it out with a brush first, and then I'll go back in with my beauty blender. I feel like I just get more pigment that way, but then I like going back in with a beauty blender just to make sure it's all blended out. It's like it looks super, super bright right now, but then when I go back in with a beauty blender, it will like soften the color a lot. Okay, so then I take the end of my beauty blender and just go over everything. Okay, so now all of my cream products are on, and this is something new that I've been doing. I would usually just set my under eyes with my beauty blender, but I recently got these little puffs from Amazon, and I feel like this just makes my under eyes look just super flawless, and I've really been liking using this. So I just take like the little, it has a little pointy tip, which is nice, so you can really get under your eye, but you want to make sure that all of the creases are blended out. So you only need like a little bit. I start out with a little bit first, and then you can always add more if you need to. So it just makes my under eyes super, super bright. And then this is the Givenchy Prism Libre powder, and I know they have like different shades in this, and I think this is the lightest one, I'm pretty sure, but they have a few different options. I just use this powder like in my T-zone area. I don't put this everywhere else because I don't want to be like super matte. So for my like the rest of my face, I like using the Hourglass lighting powder in the shade Dim Light. This is just like a really, really pretty powder for all over your face, and I don't think it gives you too much glow if you have really oily skin. I don't know how you would like it, but I have more dry skin, I would say, so I really, really like it. And I kind of just use a big fluffy brush and just set my whole face, and I just like it because it sets like my foundation and all the powders and everything, but it doesn't make me too matte. So the whole face is set now, and now we can go into bronzer because I feel like after all the powders and everything, we kind of lose the cream contour color that we put on earlier. So I go back in with the Patrick Ta palette, and I just like using a big fluffy brush. This is the Sephora number 80, and this is a pretty dark bronzer, so I just use a little bit, and I just very lightly go over my cheekbones. So now we have some warmth back into our skin, and then if I feel like I need it, I'll take a little bit of the bronzer and go on my neck, since I didn't put any foundation or anything. So I just like will dust this on my neck a little bit. And then while I have this palette out, I always just like to take whatever bronzer I'm using, and I just run this in my crease. I don't love wearing eyeshadow. Sometimes if I'm like going to dinner or doing something special, I'll put like a highlighter right on my lid, and I think that's really pretty because it adds like a pop of color and glitter, but it's not like too much eyeshadow. But just every day I just put whatever bronzer I'm using. So this has been my favorite step in my makeup routine recently. I got this Hourglass palette from the Sephora sale, and I've been so obsessed with it. It is such a good palette. If I can get it open, there we go. So see how pretty it is, and this is such a good palette to bring with you if you're traveling. I'm actually going to New York tomorrow, and I'm definitely gonna bring this with me because it has a highlighter, a bronzer, the two blush shades, which I'm gonna use right now. And I always forget this has a bronzer, and I always put a bronzer on and then I open this, and I wish I would have used this one. So I need to remember that this has a bronzer, and I've used it before, and it's so pretty. It adds like a really pretty sheen to your cheeks, and so does the blush. So that's what I'm going to use right now. I like mixing both of these blush shades together, so I kind of just like go back and forth and then go very lightly because this is very pigmented, and it's hard to see on camera, but like in person, this just makes your cheeks look so pretty. I'm not sure if they still have this palette or not, because I know it's a limited edition holiday collection type of thing. I always go overboard with the blush, but I feel like by the time I like finish with setting spray and everything, it fades so much, so that's why I just put a little bit extra on. And then I go back in with that same brush that I used to just like set my face, and I just go over everything just to make sure everything's all blended together. And then for eyebrows, I never do anything crazy. I just like to set them. So I always use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but any type of like clear brow gel will do the same thing. So I just brush them up, and I need my eyebrows done really, really badly. Yeah, that's all I do for my brows. I just set them, and then sometimes I go in my waterline with a black eyeliner, and then sometimes I go in with a white eyeliner, and then sometimes I don't do anything. I just see how I'm feeling that day. But I think today I'm gonna go in with this Sephora, I don't even know what this is. It's just like a white crayon type of thing, and I just put this in my waterline. And I honestly don't really like this one that much, because if you can tell, it's like a super like chubby crayon. It's not a thin like pencil eyeliner type of thing, because I feel like to go in your waterline you want something that's super thin, and this kind of just makes a mess. But if I want a white eyeliner, this is the only one that I have, so you kind of just have to be careful with it. But yeah, I'm gonna put this on, but I have to do it off camera because I have to get really close to the mirror. So I'm gonna put this on and I'll be right back. So I finished up my eyes, and I did that white eyeliner like in my waterline, and then I just put on some mascara. And so now we're gonna finish up the rest of the face, and I'm gonna go back in with this Hourglass Elephant palette, and I'm going to use the highlighter shade. There's like 2 light shades that I think you can technically use for a highlight. Yeah, there's like a couple light shades, so the first 3 shades are pretty light, but I'm going to go in with the actual, I think it's like the beaming light or whatever they call it, and I'm just gonna put this on the high points of my face. And I also really like it because there's a big mirror, so like I said, it's really easy to travel with. This is such a pretty highlighter, because I like a pretty, not like super intense highlight, but I like having a glow to my face, and this one is really, really pretty. Okay, so the face is pretty much done, I think. But the last thing that I like to do to finish up my eyes, I like to do like an inner corner highlight, and for this I like a super intense highlight for my inner corner. So I use the Jaclyn Cosmetics, and this is like her mini version of her highlights, and this one's in the shade Iced, and it's just like a beaming highlight. And this is a little intense to use for my face, I think. I mean, if you like a really intense highlight, then you'd probably love this, but I don't usually use it for my face. I usually just use it as an inner corner highlight. And I just like it because you barely even have to use any, and it's super intense. And you can definitely go overboard with this product, so you definitely want to use just a tiny bit. And like I said earlier, if I was doing like an eyeshadow, I would use like a fluffy brush and kind of just run this like across my eyelid and through my crease, and it kind of makes just like a really pretty sheen on your eyelid. I didn't do this today, but if I was going to like a special event or dinner or something, then I would put this on my eyelid. The last thing is just lips, and I'm not someone to really line my lips or like put a full-on like lipstick or anything. I kind of just like more of a gloss or even just some sort of chapstick. I really like putting the CeraVe Healing Ointment on my lips after I finish my makeup, but since for the sake of this video I'm gonna do a lip gloss. So when I do put a lip gloss on, I like the Buxom lip gloss in the shade White Russian, and I don't know if this is a plumping, oh yeah it is, plumping lip cream. So I just put this on, and I never do like a lip liner or anything. I wish I did like doing a lip liner, because I feel like my bottom lip is a lot like fuller than my top lip is, but I don't know, I feel like I just never like how lip liner looks on me. If I started doing it more often, I probably would like it. I think I just don't like it because I never really do a lip liner, so then when I do put it on, it like looks different than my normal lips. But I want to try, and I probably just never found like a good lip liner that I really like. I don't know, maybe when I'm in New York tomorrow and for the weekend we'll go into Sephora and see if we can find like a lip liner that like matches my natural lip color, so it'll just add like definition but not make it like too dramatic. But I think that is going to complete this makeup look. I feel like this kind of took me a little bit longer than it would normally do to do my makeup, but since I was filming and talking, it took me a little bit longer. But I feel like I can do this full makeup look in like 10 minutes if I'm hurrying. So this is just like my everyday easy go-to makeup look, and I will also have all of the products that I used linked down below in the description box in case you want to check any of them out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you again to Louisa for partnering with me on today's video. Definitely make sure to check out their website. They have so many cute things on their site right now, and you can also use my code SavannahB20 to save 20% off your entire order. Anything from Louisa would make a great last minute Christmas gift, so definitely check them out. But that is going to complete this video, so thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.